V2 of the Gala token is now live. I hope everyone was able to navigate this transition and didn't encounter any problems, but the fun didn't stop there. And Gala, following the announcement of V2 going live, they have now since burnt 21 billion tokens. Welcome back to Bearman Crypto, where we talk all things crypto. So Gala V2 is now up and running. We can see here Benefactor basically tweeted as we went through the transitional period, as they took the snapshots, and everything seems to have gone really well. And following the minting of the new Gala V2 token, so we can see here they minted about 24 billion for their treasury at the time. And it's all that information is available. It's all on Etherscan, all the transactions if anyone's keen to see them. But the fun didn't stop there. So after all the minting had gone well, and also exchanges that were holding Gala and participating in the upgrade, all the new tokens were minted there. And after all that, Gala basically then released a bit more information around their pledge, and this was basically Gala announcing that they were going to be burning some tokens. So this was the community pledge, and it's really around what Gala are trying to do is build the long-term strength with the community, as well as in particular the founders nodes. So they've been doing so many things to make sure that founders nodes are rewarded accordingly for basically holding up the network and making sure everything's up and running. And basically they've decided to burn a significant chunk of tokens that Gala themselves were holding in their treasury. Specifically, people had always looked at I think it was either one wallet or a number of wallets that were holding a significant amount of the treasury tokens. These are the ones that they minted as part of the Gala V2. So this was the 24 billion that they minted for their treasury. That's how much they were actually holding. However, obviously people in the crypto community are always quite skeptical that if founders of specific projects are holding a significant amount in their treasury that they own themselves, they could potentially dump them on the community. And this is what Gala essentially wanted to move away from. So they basically announced that they were burning a significant proportion of these tokens. We can see here that in this blog that they released, this basically was trying to align with the 2023 vision paper that they released earlier in the year, where they committed to burning 2 billion Gala tokens over the course of the year. So what they basically did is just went ahead and did it all in one swoop. So you can see here there was the intention to burn 500 million in Q1, 500 million in Q2, another 500 million in Q3, and another 500 million in Q4. So basically all they did is in one full swoop just burn all of it. And basically they go on to say, just in terms of improvements, they proceeded to burn an additional 4 billion Gala, again, which was the equivalent of the total revenue in Gala that they had ever received. So basically anything that they had received themselves, they've basically essentially burnt that. And that's a lot of money that they were burning. But the fun didn't stop there. So they basically said, we've decided to fully neutralize the dump and exit scenario. You can dump and exit scam. You can't dump and exit scam unless you have tokens to dump. By burning nearly the entirety of our reserves, we hope to extinguish that fear and return the focus on the node network. So with that said, they basically in one transaction burnt 15 billion Gala. So that made a total of over 21 billion Gala tokens that they've now burnt. And the only amounts that are left, they're going to hold 2 billion as a strategic reserve, and that will be available in a wallet that will be made public and on chain. So if anyone wants to go and have a look at that. So basically, Gala here have looked to strengthen the relationships with the community and just show their faith in where they see the long-term vision of Gala, but also reward founders nodes that have basically been propping up the ecosystem. And these tokens, obviously, if you recall, earlier part of the year, they said that these tokens, even though they'll be burnt, what will happen is they'll be emitted back into the ecosystem over a period of time. And what this serves to do is increase the longevity of people that own founders nodes, and obviously the rewards will keep coming. And with this Gala are basically showing us that obviously they're not willing to basically they're basically showing their faith in what they're building, but also proving that they've got their skin in the game as well, by burning these tokens, and showing that what they value is the community first, which is absolutely insane to see. And if you have a look on CoinGecko, you can actually see the total supply has dropped completely. So this was close to 40 billion, and you can see here now that total supply is basically essentially halved what we were seeing before. Obviously, in terms of the overall market and the way things are going at the moment, this hasn't necessarily moved the price. We're not in a bull market at this stage, and despite this, Gala have continued to make big strides in strengthening the community. We can see here in terms of the actual price itself, it hasn't moved that much. But what you have to remember is the long-term goal. We are going to get back into a bull market at some stage, and the impact of all the things that Gala have been building will start to basically come to fruition. You can see here, obviously, we have been in a bear market since May. We've been trading below 10 cents, and this has been a great opportunity to accumulate some Gala tokens, because once the bull market is back, the price here will seem like an absolute bargain at the current price of just over 3 cents. So I'm continuing to stack my bags over the long term because I am mega bullish about Gala, and obviously the community continues to go from strength to strength, and basically Gala continue to build. They've got the games, they've got the music, and soon the film will be going live. And again, I think there we can expect great things from Gala. But that's all I wanted to really share with you in this video. They have burnt a huge amount of tokens, which is absolutely insane. I hope you enjoy that content, and I will see you in my next video.